The vision right, skills to empower futures life. In Kenya schools we're on the rise. Our dream takes flight to new heights. Oh, we're climbing step by step, building future strong and set. CBET, changing lives anew. In CBET, watch us break through.
Viewers, we welcome you yet again to Flockel Show. Today we are presenting CBET principle, which is inclusive learning. The inclusive learning principle in competency-based education and training, CBET, emphasizes the importance of creating an equitable and supportive learning environment that accommodates all learners, regardless of their backgrounds, abilities, or learning needs. This principle ensures that every learner has the opportunity to succeed and the educational experience is accessible, diverse, and tailored to individual needs. I'm going to look at the following key aspects which apply to this principle of inclusive learning. Number one is equitable access to learning opportunities. Inclusive learning ensures that all learners, including those from diverse backgrounds, abilities, and experiences, have equal access to learning resources, materials, and disabilities, addressing language barriers or ensuring that learners from marginalized groups have the support they need to succeed. Example, a CBET program might offer materials in multiple languages or provide alternative formats such as audio, large print, or braille for learners with visual impairments. Aspect number two is differentiated instruction. CBET recognizes that learners have different learning styles, paces, and needs. The principle of inclusive learning involves differentiating instruction to accommodate those differences. And this can include using a variety of teaching strategies and resources, such as hands-on activities, visual aids, or digital tools to cater to diverse learners. For example, in a CBET program for nursing, some learners may prefer reading clinical guidelines, while others might benefit more from practical simulations or videos demonstrating medical procedures. Then aspect number three is support for learners with diverse needs. Inclusive learning involves identifying and providing appropriate support for learners who may need additional assistance, such as learners with physical or learning disabilities, those with language barriers, or learners who are returning to education after a long break. For example, a learner with dyslexia might receive extra time for assessments or access to text-to-speech software to help them engage with written content more effectively. Aspect number four is flexible learning pathways. CBET encourages flexibility in how and when learning takes place, allowing learners to progress at their own pace. This flexibility is essential for accommodating learners who have varying levels of prior knowledge, life commitments, or learning aspects. For example, learners who need more time to master certain competencies can take additional courses or tutorials without falling behind. Similarly, learners with advanced knowledge can skip over competencies they have already mastered and move on to more challenging material. Then aspect number five is culturally responsive learning. Inclusive learning in CBET also includes recognizing and respecting the cultural backgrounds of learners. It ensures that learning materials and activities are sensitive to diverse cultural perspectives and experiences and do not unintentionally exclude or marginalize any group. For example, a course might incorporate case studies or examples from various cultures, industries, or regions to make learning more related and inclusive for diverse group of students. Aspect number 6, we have collaboration and peer learning. Inclusive learning fosters a collaborative environment where learners can work together, share ideas, and learn from one another. This collaborative approach is particularly valuable in CBET, where learners may come from different educational, cultural, or professional backgrounds. For example, in a team-based project, learners with varying skill sets and backgrounds collaborate to solve a real-world problem, gaining a new perspective while helping each other master competencies. Aspect number 7 is use of assistive technologies. CBET programs may incorporate assistive technologies to support learners who need them. These technologies can help students with disabilities or other learning challenges engage more fully with the content and demonstrate their competencies effectively. For example, learners with hearing impairments might use speech-to-text technology or video materials with captions, while students with mobility impairments might have access to online resources that allow them to complete assignments remotely. Now, aspect number 8, we have assessment designed for all learners. Assessments should be designed in a way that allows all learners, regardless of their abilities, to demonstrate mastery of competencies. This may involve offering multiple forms of assessment to accommodate different learning styles and needs. For example, a learner might be given the option to complete a written report, give an oral presentation, or submit a video project as a way to demonstrate the understanding of competency. Aspect number 9, we have inclusive learning environment. An inclusive learning environment is one where all learners feel valued, supported, and respected. This environment encourages participation from all learners, regardless of their backgrounds or abilities, and promote positive interactions among students. For example, a CBET program might foster inclusivity by ensuring that all learners have access to the same resources, offering mentoring programs, and encouraging open discussions about diversity, equity, and inclusion. Number 10, or aspect number 10, we have recognition of prior learning. Inclusive learning in CBET also involves recognizing and validating prior learning, whether it's from previous formal education, work experience, or informal learning. This ensures that learners are not disadvantaged by gaps in formal education and can progress more quickly if they already possess relevant competencies. For example, a worker with years of experience in carpentry might be able to bypass certain modules in a construction training program by demonstrating their competencies through practical assessment of or portfolio of work. Then aspect number 11 is inclusive evaluation and feedback. Inclusive learning involves providing feedback in a way that is supportive and constructive. Evaluations should focus on learners' strengths and progress, helping them improve rather than feeling discouraged by challenges. For example, instead of focusing solely on errors, feedback should encourage learners by highlighting areas of improvement while recognizing the effort and the skill they have demonstrated. And then finally, on the principle, we have the benefits of inclusive learning in CBET. Benefit number 1 is improved learner engagement. By accommodating different learning styles, abilities, and needs, all learners can engage more meaningfully in the educational process. Benefit number 2, enhanced equity. Inclusive learning ensures that all learners, regardless of their background or challenges, have access to the same opportunities and can succeed based on their abilities. Benefit number 3, greater learner retention. Learners who receive the appropriate support and resources are more likely to stay engaged and persist in their learning journey, ultimately leading to higher completion rates. Benefit number 4, broader talent pool. An inclusive approach helps to tap into a more diverse group of learners, enriching the learning environment and providing more opportunities for individuals who may otherwise be excluded from traditional educational systems. Benefit number 5 is improved workforce readiness. Learners who experience inclusive education are better prepared to work in diverse, inclusive workplaces and collaborate effectively with people from different backgrounds. And in summary, Fokilshaw would say the following about this principle. Inclusive learning in CBET ensures that education is accessible, flexible, and supportive for all learners. By recognizing and addressing the diverse needs of learners, CBET creates an environment where everyone has the opportunity to succeed, leading to more equitable outcomes and preparing learners for the complexities of the modern workforce. Thank you so much for viewing Fokilshaw. We shall continue with the remaining CBET principles next time. Continue viewing our channel. Consider also subscribing to our channel so that once we do more videos, you get them as and when we upload them to the internet. Thank you so much.
Engage and explore. Look a show we inform, in wisdom we store. Through words we teach, and insights we proclaim. Together we grow, seeking knowledge flame. Lecture show we share, lessons in the air. Learning what's new, with open minds.